President Obama is calling Russia's entry into the Syrian war, quote, a recipe for disaster, especially since U.S. warplanes are also in the skies over the war zone. Russia says its main purpose is fighting terrorism, but the U.S. says Moscow is trying to support Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Holly Williams is in Istanbul, Turkey, with the latest developments. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. The Russian Defense Ministry said today that it bombed 9 different ISIS targets in the last 24 hours. And that's despite criticism from the US that what Russia is really doing is propping up the Syrian regime.
Russia says its airstrikes have destroyed an ISIS command center and a training camp near the group's stronghold of Raqqa. But Russian airstrikes have also targeted so-called moderate rebels, some of them backed by the US. Syria's civil war has already cost more than 250,000 lives, many of them taken by the Syrian regime's bombing of civilian areas. Russia supports the regime with weapons and money, but now it's also giving Syrian government forces an even more critical advantage. Russian aviation is helping us a lot, said Bassam Ahmed Mayroub, a tank commander in the Syrian army. But for those Syrians who oppose the regime, Russian airstrikes will only strengthen government forces and worsen their agony. In the suburbs of Damascus yesterday, emergency workers rescued children from the aftermath of a bombing, though it's not known whether it was the work of Russian or regime forces. And then another blast. And another blow to any hope of peace in Syria.
It's not just the US, but also its coalition partners in Europe and the Middle East that accuse Russia of causing civilian casualties. And they are calling on Moscow to target ISIS and stop attacking the Syrian opposition. Anthony.
Holly Williams in Istanbul, Turkey this morning. Thank you, Holly.